What is going on YouTube? Hater back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Lots of very important things to discuss in today's episode. Not only do we need to talk about the recent bull trap that has formed on XRP and Ethereum. Fortunately, we were able to capitalize on the XRP run regardless of the correction that we saw, mainly because we were trading on the 4-hour. And if you watched yesterday's video, I specifically stated probably 90% of the episode that this is a very aggressive trade on XRP's 4-hour charts here. And as we move up, move that stop loss up to lock in profits, because there's a good chance we could drop back down, which is exactly what we're seeing. Now, this doesn't scare me yet, and this doesn't look too bad. And there is some good things that have come out of XRP breaking out of this beautiful bull flag formation. Just because we decided to dip lower doesn't mean that's the end of the run. There's a very good chance we could rebound, rappel off this 4-hour moving average, which we probably are, and continue to head up higher here. But it is something we do have to talk about a little bit later in today's episode. Ethereum is experiencing yet again another bull trap here, but we are above resistance, which is a good sign. Bitcoin continuing to pump to the upside here. Lots of consolidation over the past couple of hours here, but mainly because, you know, we're inside a major resistance. We just broke out of a beautiful ascending triangle and are now hitting the top of the major resistance level. So that's no surprise there. And the S&P as of yesterday didn't really see much movement. And honestly, I'd say the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days now has been a lot of consolidation. And who knows, but maybe this could all have everything to do with the inflation data coming out today. Maybe they were waiting for the inflation data to come out today, which is even crazier. So not only do we have the major reversal last night, but now we're seeing the inflation data, which came out today, March 12th at 8:30 a.m. If you guys haven't been aware, the March inflation data actually came out pretty well. We're down to 5%, which is good and bad. Good because, we're down to 5%, no longer at 9.1%, but bad because we still have crazy inflation. This is like the 23rd month we've been over like 3% inflation, which is absolutely astronomical. But I have a whole breakdown that we're going to look at in today's video. Today's video might run a little bit long, but definitely stay tuned. It's well worth it. Regardless of all that, today's video is sponsored and brought to us by none other than Spritz Finance here. For those that don't know what Spritz Finance is, Spritz makes it easy to use your cryptocurrency in the real world. Sign up and get started today. And on that note, they have informed me that they are giving a few of you guys, actually everybody that decides to sign up with the link down in the description, a free $50. It's literally that simple, no strings attached. Make sure to go check it out. Link is down in the description. There's no reason not to. Free $50. You have nothing to lose just to sign up. So make sure to check it out. Link is down in the description below. I will be going in depth about Spritz Finance later on in today's episode, so stay tuned. But with all that being said, let's dive into today's episode. So guys, first things first, let's talk about the inflation data. Then we'll talk about Spritz Finance, and then we'll jump into the major cryptocurrencies here. Now, in regards to the inflation data, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but you guys should be aware of this. We talk about cryptocurrency, but inflation directly affects everybody like us. So it is something we do really need to look at here. I think it's interesting if we look at the 5-year chart here. 2020, inflation was at 0. Absolutely absurd. You can see we are at 2% on average. For a long time, we were actually floating at 2%, maybe even less. If I go to 25 years, you can see for the most part, we've been in a very long 2 to maybe 3 to 4% movement, but on average about 2% over the past 25 years. And of course, we see the major COVID nonsense that decided to happen, which shot us up. We dropped us down to 0, giving out free money and free interest rates, and that has immediately made us soar to almost 10%, 9% to be exact here. You can see we've peaked at 9.1%. Since then, we've managed to stabilize everything. Inflation is coming down, which is a good sign. We're almost at about 2 to 3% on average, which is a good sign. It's probably going to take till the end of this year, believe it or not. It's probably going to be, unless we keep hiking it down, it could be a few more months, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3 months, but ideally let's extend that to 6 months, maybe 8 months here, which would be towards the end of this year. We should be at 2%. And then we'll cruise at that for a bit, and then we'll start tapering off the inflation rates, the interest rates, which is nice here. But we've managed to go from 9.1 to 5%. Still not necessarily a good sign. You can see things have still moved up in regards to, the interest rates. You can see here, things have still inflated in price. Index for meats decreased 1.4, which isn't a bad thing. Let's actually take a look at this. Food decreased a little bit here, which is nice. What actually rose? Anything rise last month? Yeah, all items less food and energy has actually rise. New vehicles has went higher right here. Used cars has decreased, not too bad. Apparel has increased. Medical care has increased. Shelter has increased. Transportation services has increased. So food and energy seems to have been dipping, but now we're seeing an increase in new cars and shelter here, which is not surprising at all to me, but just wanted to show you guys this. You can see the tweet here. CPI inflation fell to 5.2 below expectations of 5, or to 5 below expectations of 5.2. CPI stayed the same from what was expected here. We hit that. We now have 23 consecutive months below 5% or above 5% inflation, which is insane. Not even 3. If we did 3, it'd be even higher. Crazy stuff to talk about. But before we dive into the technical analysis, I do want to talk more about Spritz Finance with you. I want to give a huge shout out to Spritz Finance for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects though, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, in short, Spritz Finance is a secured cryptocurrency bill pay service that facilitates the simple transfer of on-chain assets to pay for everyday services and products. Now, currently offered only to US residents or for bills in the US, Spritz Finance is for those that really want to immerse themselves in the crypto space, and you can now automate payments to your mortgage, credit cards, student loans, utility bills, and other expenses by linking them to your Spritz account and scheduling payments through your cryptocurrency wallet. Spritz Finance truly imagines a future in which all of our financial needs are met automatically, a future in which everything we earn is safely and openly put away in savings. All of our expenses are paid on time, and we are making investments towards our financial future. A future with the ability to spend money at will that is also not governed by any central authority. You see, the Spritz Finance team is certain that blockchain and decentralized finance, or DeFi, is already equipping us with the necessary means to make this vision a reality. With this vision in mind, Spritz's first goal is to make it possible to pay bills straight via DeFi protocols, and that means no bank is needed. It also means having the ultimate goal of linking every smart contract and every traditional use of funds in the globe. For those curious about the history of Spritz Finance, they were launched earlier last year by a diverse and international group of Web3 designers, engineers, and storytellers who are committed to making managing one's financial life a pleasurable experience for everyone. They have a diverse group of people on their team, some of whom are crypto specialists, degens, and others of whom are new and inquisitive about the field, but they all contribute something useful to the group as a whole. The team's aim can only be achieved with the help of an ever-expanding community of users and developers who together make everyone better, stronger, and more successful. But in a nutshell, Spritz Finance is able to easily connect traditional finance and DeFi with their most recent product updates, which makes use of the best crypto wallets and stablecoins on the market. They're simplifying Web3 personal finance and making it accessible to a wider audience. Spritz now needs to ensure that every smart contract and cryptocurrency wallet is linked to real-world financial utility. Payments to thousands of US bill pay providers like banks, mortgage providers, and other traditional finance institutions by connecting with popular wallets like MetaMask for individuals holding, farming, or exchanging USDC on Polygon. Spritz Finance even plans to release support for making bill payments with all tokens on Polygon, Ethereum, BSC, Arbitrum, Avalanche, and Optimism currently, with more coming soon, including Bitcoin. The greatest aspect is that Spritz can connect to several cryptocurrency wallets such as Coinbase Wallet, Trust Wallet, and even MetaMask for seamless use. All in all, Spritz Finance hopes to interface with more DeFi protocols, P2E games, metaverse projects, NFT lending applications, and more in the coming months. Wherever you spend time and earn on-chain, they seek to meet you and pay your debts, and eventually they want to extend outside the US, allowing more users to pay bills through their app. But for now, if you live in the US, then make sure to check out Spritz Finance down in the description below. Otherwise, let's get back into the technical analysis. So with all that out of the way, looking at the current coin market cap here, most of the coins are actually starting to consolidate, if not tapering downwards just a tiny bit. Bitcoin consolidating at the top, Ethereum correcting down a little bit, same thing with BNB and XRP, Cardano. Almost every crypto is seeing that kind of hedge on the top or consolidating for the most part. No kind of bull run at all in any sense over the past couple of days. Now, moving forward, we do have to look at XRP and stuff like this. Yes, this was a freak correction here, but we knew this going into it, trading on XRP's 4-hour charts. We knew it was going to be an aggressive trade. We knew that it was going to be risky, but we still took advantage of it because we didn't want to sit out on this trade here. We did have a beautiful bull flag formation. Here's the clear flag pull. Here's the clear descending fractal, or the flag itself. And then here's the continuation pattern. Now, just because, as I said before, that we corrected down to here doesn't necessarily mean this is the end and we're going to continue to dump. I highly doubt that. I actually think we're going to rebound, repel off this, and head to the upside. And if we get a positive reaction, which we should for the March inflation, because it beat expectations here, we should see the S&P move up. And that should hopefully influence crypto to move up with it here. So I would likely believe XRP is going to continue to the upside. Now, we did get stopped up, and we are on a clean slate right now for a lot of these cryptos. We were able to make profit off this ever just a little bit here, but we were able indeed to make profit off this small little run to the upside here. But even then, I don't think it's over. And I believe, even if I didn't get stopped out, that I do believe we're going to recover from this and move up to the upside here, because everything is aligning itself with the purpose of heading higher. So keep your eyes peeled. As for Ethereum, hitting a bit of resistance here. Not entirely sure why. There's not much of a resistance level there, but I think we're also stagnating and waiting for markets to kind of give us a sign here. Now, this could be a double top. I don't think it is. And I do believe we broke outside the bull flag formation here. And because we're trending on the top of this, resistance at one point, I believe we could rebound off this. Now, there's not much more room to head up higher here because we're trading at about 60 or 59 on the relative strength indicator. It is possible we could dip lower, but I think maybe we could head up just a little bit more before we see any sort of crazy movements here. Bitcoin on the 4-hour is overbought. On the daily, it's also overbought. Hey, actually, I might have second thoughts on this. There's a big possibility, more than before, that we could actually see a possible short opportunity here because everything seems to be so overbought right now. I'm actually pretty surprised. I didn't realize we are overbought on a lot of these cryptos. Ethereum's overbought and Bitcoin's overbought too. Keep your eyes peeled. There's a very good chance we could have a reversal in progress here. We are teeter-tottering on the top here. We did just retest this resistance here. There's a big chance now that we could repel downwards to retest moving average, as we've done in the past here. Who knows how long it's going to take or how quickly it happens, but it is still a possibility. It's hit or miss right now. There's a lot of movements here, and this is why I don't like to trade inside these channels here. I'd rather wait for us to breach top or breach bottom, but it is something to consider, as we did kind of break out of the beautiful ascending triangle here. So very interesting. Let's see how the stock market opens up. It's going to be a little bit before we see that, but there's a chance we could be recovering and continuing the run to the upside, which is where I think, or what I think is going to happen. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Huge shout out to Spritz Finance for sponsoring today's episode, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.